Yo, what's going on, y'all? Hope you're doing good. Today, I'm going to be jumping into something called Metalcore, which is pretty freaking cool. It is the latest and greatest Web3, one of the latest and greatest Web3 NFT games. And in fact, they're about to launch a alpha access here very soon. It's only going to be available for the next couple hours. I'm not even sure if my stream will handle me running it, to be honest, but we're going to give it a shot. So stick tight here with me, my friends, my people. I'm also in the official Metalcore Discord. And might be able to jam with some folks. We are literally seconds away from jumping into this alpha. They've been releasing servers regionally for about 3 hours all day. For the next couple of days, they're going to be running it. So if you're interested in playing Metalcore, you know, look it up in Google. I'll try to remember to get that in the description to find that Metalcore website and sign up for the alpha, and they'll get you into it. You don't have to have the NFT, which is super cool because I don't have the NFT, but or an associated NFT with it. You know what I mean. So what I'm gonna do is finish up this little bit of stuff I'm doing here. Pull up my restream. That's cool. Hope everybody's doing good. You know, life is just like all over the place sometimes, right? Ain't much we can do about it. But we just try to just stick together, support each other, love on each other as best as we can. Alright, let's see. At this point, I'm here. Yo, it's me. Hi, how you doing? Let's see how it looks if I just jump right into it, y'all. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright. Cool. I need to mute my phone. Hopefully the music and all the levels are looking good. I think they'll be alright. So at this point, I'm just making some small adjustments on this end. We're loading the garage right now. Everything seems to be running fine so far. Alright, let it all load up a little bit. You know, I don't think... Maybe I can tweak these settings down even further. Oh, they're on high end again. Let's just go low on everything. What do you say? Whoa. Okay, that's a little... Oh, wait, no, we got it again? No, it's still bright. This is not the intended setup. Let's go back to medium. I had medium running earlier, but again, I wasn't streaming, so who knows? Who knows what really works here? Now that looks a little bit better. Hopefully it runs a little bit better. It's a little blurry. Is this motion blur? Yeah, turn that motion blur off. Much better. Much better. But this is Metalcore, y'all. Again, you find that Metalcore website, you can jump right into it. And we should be live to go right now. Let's go. There we are.
Soldier, welcome to Karani. You will be deployed into battle momentarily. In this region of Kerberos, you will find enemy faction bases, bandit outposts, and a wealth of materials for collecting. Faction consoles will offer missions. Complete these to get rewards and gain experience. As you level up, you can craft new war machines and characters. Domination events will occur periodically. Work with your faction to secure the control points and dominate the region. Scattered outposts and bunkers can also be captured. Some can be used as respawn locations. Now deploying into battle. Select your class when prompted and be ready to fight.
Be ready to fight. Let's do it. let's see. Again, I am in the official Metalcore Discord. Maybe I'll let these folks know that I'm gonna do that. All right, what's going on, y'all? Are y'all in the game yet? Apparently, there's a squad. Oh, okay, cool. So there's a squad feature available in this. Does it work?
Greetings, soldier of the metal punks. Welcome to the Korani region. I am E2, your AI control interface. Are you ready for combat? When you are ready, locate your faction console for further debriefing.
Oh, okay.
Very well. Complete your missions and return to craft new vehicles with the resources you earn.
Cool. Any chance I can squad up with y'all? Anybody? Cool. Okay, yeah, I'm in the game, so whenever y'all are ready or whatever, let me know. Tab. On the pink one? No, I'm not.
Critical point error. Critical point alpha captured.
Huh. Hey, there you go. So wait, well, you said the missions in the lobby area, or they're actually in the game? Okay. Okay.
Good. Your faction base has a vehicle spawner outside. Make your way there and spawn your first war machine.
Yo, what is up? Tiff loves weed. Hope you're doing good. Sorry I missed you there. Appreciate you coming through. Right now I'm just trying out a different game, a new game called Metalcore. Here, let me see 1 second. Hey guys, by the way, I'm streaming as well. I don't have the Discord audio on here, but I was going to turn it on just to throw it on there. Is that all right with y'all? Cool.
Push the talk. I'm just going to have a push the talk whenever something.
Yeah, I got hotkeys to mute myself and all that, so I won't be
nice
filling your ears with,
awesome.
hey, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I'll be streaming it probably too whenever it finishes the download.
Ease. You said it's what, button 5?
So it's in the, yeah, I was talking to Valors the other day about that. It's mouse button 4 and 5. So if you look at the bottom, obviously some of them don't have it, but you have weapon systems A, B, and some have C. A and B are obviously right and left mouse click. C is weapon or mouse button 5.
All right, yeah, I'm just, you know, I think this game is pretty cool. I'm liking the look and the feel of it, the feel of the weapons, or sorry, the vehicles. I think this is really nice.
Right click G1, middle mouse click G3. I feel like an idiot. Add application.
Whoa.
That's what TB is cool.
I feel kind of like an idiot. You know, the other night we were complaining about how if you're in hover mode on the Raven, it's really slow to elevate spacebar.
No.
If you move forward or backward and elevate at the same time,
it takes off like a rocket now.
Yeah.
It takes like a rocket now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like sitting here trying to hover and rise when we were doing some of those shoots, and it just didn't work. But if you move back and forth,
Okay.
Yeah, everything feels floaty. I really like that. Yeah, that feeling. What is this?
Down.
Up and loose.
I want to find what button it is. 'Cause it's going to be important.
Oh, crap. Cold slice.
did you reset your mouse to default?
My mouse is default. So hold on. It is. It's in default mode. I'm trying to find. Because I have a G600.
Yeah.
So it's like the MMO mouse.
I'm just looting all this.
Oh,
figure out.
You've got like 20 keys on the side.
Hell yeah, dude. Yo.
Yeah, so you're gonna
Wow.
I guess we're looted up.
Yo. Yeah, dude, I'll get my finger and literally like face roll the side of my mouse and literally launch everything. Dude,
So wait, if I
feel like
loot a whole bunch of inventory, is it? If I die, I lose it, or do I have to take it back to a
If
base?
Your base is barrier.
Yep, you have to take it back to that dome, that dome threshold for you, the metal punks. You're on top of that ridge. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so
And is the vehicle health on the plus?
Yeah.
Or is that your player health?
Plus, your energy is on. If you're in a vehicle, you don't see player health because you can die in the vehicle. So the energy on the right is typically for your energy weapons. I think if you're on the Rico tank,
that's the primary fire. I see that going down
your
there.
left
Okay.
click is primary, and the right click is like a gap.
So all I get. So as far as the inventory, I just got to get in the bubble.
Yep.
Or do I have to put it in somewhere?
Nope. Whatever you got, take it back to the bubble, and then you're done. But if you go to that pad that Bianca was talking about, and you kind of look at the vehicles, you can see what mats you need for those.
To craft them, okay.
Yep, to craft them. So some of them require a level, like your character level requirement.
Right.
Some of them just require the mats. There is, where you picked up the missions right next to that, there is a bank where you can sell all your materials for fab, which is the in-game currency, but it's not implemented yet. So I highly recommend not selling it. Fab won't be useful at this point for you.
Oh, I just fabricated.
How long have they been running alphas of this game?
Chicken laser mech.
First alpha.
Oh, you did it already? Wow.
First alpha.
That's actually really quick.
Our alpha set was last week.
Okay.
You crafted the Zephyr really quick.
Sir.
Holy crap.
Well, I was like basically specifically looking for those exact items, and then basically RTB as soon as I had some stuff that I knew was kind of hard to get, and that was just avoid combat as much as possible.
So you're gonna spend a couple minutes. You're gonna spend a couple minutes just doing targeting loot. They do plan on having it so you can see if you have a blueprint that you're focusing on. It'll put it like a little quest up on your HUD, so you know what materials you're looking for. That's the big thing on the feedback we've put out.
Very nice.
So it'll be real nice.
Extremely helpful for people in the future.
Because starting out last week, I literally used a pen and paper.
I took a picture on my phone.
Oh, you took a picture on your phone?
Yeah.
Dude, I felt like I felt like I was playing the Division trying to get loadouts. You're like, oh man, what's my loadout? You guys know what's up.
I get it.
My freaking OBS crashed. OBS has been having weird issues with that NVIDIA. But yeah, so what it is so for your shields for your vehicle, you have four icons down there.
Dang.
One's a shield.
I went down.
That's a it's shield. It's like 1 tick per second. And then you have the next one, which is an armor, which is basically it's the mech's internal armor. When that reaches 0, you can't repair it unless you step on that blue circle that you have. That's your base. There's a couple throughout the map that you can stand on as well. And then you have the health. So same with someone attacks you, your shield will go to 0, your mech's armor, the helmet goes to 0. It'll take your life points. If that reaches 0, your mech explodes. But you have buttons 1 through 4 on you'll see that at the bottom of your screen that you have. There's a shield regen booster, which will take it back to 100. You have energy rebooster, which puts your energy, because your guns use energy. And then you have the health booster that brings your health back up. So if your other 2 cores get taken out and you need to raise your health, you do that. Once you use one of those 3 abilities, it goes on a global cooldown, so you can't just smash all 3 at the same time. But you have usually either a 4th button or F. In the hover tank, if you use your 4 key, you'll go invisible like the Predator. When you go invisible, the AI stop attacking you. They lose tracking on you. Another player can see you move like the Predator.
Yeah, there's a great video of me tracking Dub the other day on that.
That was so great. Oh my god.
I completely forgot. I honestly forgot that the Rico had cloaking at first. Yeah. And I remember that too, because he was I was unloading on him and he was running away and all of a sudden he disappeared. I was like, wait a minute. So you gotta you gotta focus, see where they went.
Yep. But benefit once the cloaked player shoots, it drops their shield.
Right. Although if they take damage cloaked, it doesn't go away.
No,
bad.
it'll shimmer. It'll shimmer.
Yep. All right, I think I'm going for the glaive, Biako. I only need 79 more copper snips.
Only 70 more.
Only 79 more. It's great. Problem is I never remember what the rarity is of things.
Gamma. Go to Gamma.
Yeah, I just rated that about 5 minutes ago, so I'm waiting for respawn.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm going to do today is testing respawns.
God. Oh,
I
time
always
them?
forget to click on closer bases to get closer to the action when I respawn. I'm just like, E! And then I'm at the farthest base possible.
Right, yep.
So here's the thing about that. If you do use those, have somebody who you can say, hey, come pick me up. Because if you have to walk all the way back...
you need a Sherpa.
You need somebody in the jet. You're like, yo, I need evac at... I need evac at target Gamma ASAP. Copy. Raven 1 inbound. Meow.
That was what I was doing for Reaper last night. I was just taxiing him the entire time so he could loot.
Ooh, who do we got? I got JC, Molly. There's only 2 of us here, so this isn't the server I want.
Yeah, once I get this glaive, I'm gonna come search for you guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get into a big server so I can start helping people out. Today is info dump day. Let's use those 20 hours. I played every alpha that they've had since TwitchCon. I love it.
That's awesome.
Dude, I've been playing the crap out of it. So if your audio in your game is really high, you have to, every time you exit and leave the game, you have to adjust it. You just got to go to the audio interface, bring down the master audio, so you're not blowing out your ears.
Also, I use
too late.
Windows Media Mixer to just tell the
Yeah,
medical
you could do that
application
too.
to be low.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like, natively mix, like, for example, the sound effects versus the other sounds or something like that. That would be in the interface, like you said. Ooh, piece of candy.
That's the one thing I wish I had was a physical mixer, because I use Voice Meter Banana, which is amazing.
I love
for
it.
what it is, but I have to like tab out if I want to ever adjust things during stream, which can be a pain.
Yeah, I understand.
So finding a physical mixer is for a long time. Finding like a Go XLR was so hard. Now you can find them, but it's like $300. I'm like, nope.
Oh no. Okay, what's your guys' in-game names? I know Tiberius.
I am Trunkletron. That is me.
Trunkletron.
I don't know if we're in the same server.
Oh, I'm gonna server a player. Ooh.
Raven's in my server with me, but he's on the opposite team.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Wait, someone's
Trying to get
Trunkletron,
in
they
here.
said?
Trying to get on a server with you. Yeah. I'm assuming Frog's on your guys' server with you too.
Frog is.
Yeah,
with me,
I got the
as
same
well as
name.
Dub. And,
Okay.
Also, Captain is here too.
Nice. Okay.
Copper snips.
And Full Metal Tater is with me too.
We need to get some good combat. We need some combat today. I really need some.
Yeah, it's out there.
I have a need to bleed. Oh, there we go. I am. Oh, Tiberius. Okay, I'm in you guys' server. Nice. Okay. Stick a couple times to rotate around a little bit.
Gamma was just looted, so if you're doing
Gamma's just looted.
I just hit it up. Yep. Alright.
So I'm on.
You're on my team.
I am. Oh, player Tiberius. No? Am I? Oh, yes, Tiberius. Ah, that is your name. I totally know what I'm doing.
It is my name.
See, I don't
know who I'm
see
shooting
what
at right now, but I can't tell who this is.
Oh, Tiberius says, Frigidon, or at least he's watching the video. Seth Kitten. Hopefully everyone starts kind of coming in here soon. But great, we need some targets.
Ah, Raven just took me out.
Raven, no. You were the chosen one.
So are there bots running around, or is it all just players? I mean, I know there's little like AIs and stuff with the vehicles.
Is he in what is he in? He's in the what vehicle?
Mongoose.
He's in the Mongoose.
Down by Alpha.
He loves that.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves that thing. I gotta go. He's picking on my little noobs. I gotta go
I
pitch
got
you guys
that
up.
screen shake bug going on. I thought they fixed that.
Oh, you do? It's in a Mongoose.
Makes me freaking nauseous. Holy hell.
Oh, the screen shape one? I thought they fixed that. Okay, hold on. So I gotta match his power. Should I go with an Itachi or Glaive? I think Glaive.
I'll come in with you too.
Wait, we gotta show Raven who's boss.
Apparently I can't.
That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't bring out a jet. Cause as soon as you bring out a jet, he's gonna go get his jet.
Oh, he's already targeting me. You.
Oh yes, yeah, he's already engaging. Alright, I'm coming. Keep his attention. He's gonna be looking at you, not at me.
Oh, I got him. He's sitting on the pad, the heal pad though. So
he's on his heal pad. That's fine. I'm gonna drop his shields, and you'll just have to come in with a 4 set of rockets. So hold on to your rockets for now.
Yeah, we're good. I'm getting hit by this freaking turret though. Seriously.
Yep, hit him. His shields are down. Oh, come on, you gotta hit him.
I am hitting him. I'm also getting hit by about 3 other turrets down here too.
There you go. We took him out.
All right.
Nice. Okay. I got my cores back up to full.
Seriously.
Ooh, shit, who's shooting at me? Oh, the other turret is.
Come on, Tater.
Alrighty. I'm in. I'll be right back. I'm starting my stream, so I'll see you guys here in just a second.
Nice.
Alrighty.
There you go. Let's go. See, I don't want none of that smoke. You know, I really want to get in some big infantry battles today. Oh, I hear somebody.
It's me.
Is that you?
Yeah,
Oh, you scared the Oh, there. Oh, you were hiding behind my mech. So, standing on top of the bunker, seems like it's a vertical. Can you test it? Fly over a bunker.
Yeah. Coming back at
Dang,
you.
I just got cooked.
You want a low
right there.
pass or what?
Oh man, I just died. I'll give up. I'll
Do
slap
you want
my
me to
turret.
Low pass or high?
I'm gone.
No, I was thinking, I was like, wonder if it goes like a cylindrical of the capture points. Do what?
You need to find a way onto the server I'm on if you can.
Why? What's going on over there?
Oh, we are taking shots at each other like no tomorrow.
Really?
I'm on Frigid's team. Justin's on the opposite team, so we ganged up on Justin. Nova's also on our team. Playa's now jumped in, so Playa and I started going at it. We've got Sandbroski in here also joining the fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds like that's the party.
Raven's at his
This
base,
is
launching rockets.
absolutely the party.
Okay. Exit the mid menu. I'm gonna try and see if I can get this.
Yeah, and of course he takes me out with that. Nice. Real cute.
Hope you guys are doing good. As always, you know, I do ask.
Yeah, we get everybody
Ever
up
so
on one server.
kindly
It'd be amazing. It'd be
that you be
glorious.
an abolitionist.
Oh, we're so ganging up on each
Slavery's
other.
still legal, y'all.
Nice.
Oh,
That's the way it's
yeah,
supposed to be. I watched
gonna-
really
I
good
think
battles
it's gonna
today.
take some special gamer power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make it something
Let's
that's
go.
actually like in the past.
Okay, I'm a Metal Punks.
You know what I mean?
Did you leave?
I think you know.
I'd left the server, yeah.
You need to
Check out those links. You know, there's a
nope, still on the same
national
server.
campaign to abolish slavery.
Yep,
through
trying to
the
get
Abolish
so we
Slavery
can get on
National
the,
Network,
one
and there's
server
also the
first.
Jailhouse Lawyers Speak. These are imprisoned human rights activists, and I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
do
I just
one
think that
more
their
loop
work is
pass
really
and then I'll
important.
come try to find you guys.
So you know, I just try to give them.
Yep.
s-
Get
you
in there
know,
before we
send
get
folks
the shenanigans going.
their way.
Frog,
You
you
could be
you
hanging out
finding
with me.
everything all right over there, by the way?
Yeah, man, looks good. How do y'all get in the servers again? You just leave the menu and then like keep
So
trying?
as soon as you join into the game, there's going to be a big yellow key, like terminal in front of you once you're in the main lobby. Oh god, I think I'm in the right server. It just got really yeah. Oh yeah, it did. There's going to be a yellow terminal,
Welcome to Karani.
Start game.
and
yeah.
start game. It'll take you to live servers. All right,
I
here we
don't
go.
see you on the server list.
Nope, I'm definitely here because it's literally chaos. I'm at the bottom of the list.
What side are you on?
I'm on Metal Punks.
Oh.
Yep, you're there. You're definitely there.
Critical point value captured. Greetings, Master of the Holy Corporation. Welcome to the Karani region.
Save your pity for the weak.
Your AI control interface. Are you ready for combat? When you are ready, locate your faction console for further debriefing.
Do you guys care if I have the Discord audio?
I don't mind. I don't mind if you do.
Not at all.
I think I have mine on right now.
Spawn outside.
I just have a push to talk to see if you get a raid or something.
Spawn your first war machine.
Okay, you're good. I just wanted to make sure.
Thanks for asking. This is one thing I really like about this community. Other content creators weren't playing together. You're like, hey, is it cool?
Very well.
There's a lot of people. And you're like, thank you for the raid. You guys are amazing. 200 bits. Thank you. And you're like, shut up.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it reminds
Yeah.
me when like the
Nope.
airline
Rip.
pilot, does the
Oops.
in-flight announcement to the control tower, and they're like, "Well, did you know you're talking to the tower? Oh, great intro though. We're glad that you have peanuts on board."
This is your captain speaking.
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
Hi, Brownie.
Oh, Sam Bruce, you got me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're
It's time
definitely
for
on
the-
our team because I went after you and Jersey Rick took advantage and took me out.
Oh yeah. It is pure chaos.
Chaos?
It really is
Really.
chaos.
So are
Yeah,
the NFTs that you can get here? Are these just skins, cosmetic?
So this is the way the NFTs work. Everything in the game is an NFT. The mech you're building is an NFT. The character you're building is everything is an NFT. So the NFTs that you can buy, the easiest ways to explain it is World of Warcraft. You can buy a character boost, right? You can buy and you get automatically max level. you can get that, and it gives you a skin and a rarity of that vehicle. The way that's going to work for, say, a free-to-play player is, say there's going to be a leveling up system for your mech. So having your mech fully max that level, you're going to have a power level. But somebody who's free-to-play is going to start at the base level, and you're going to work your way up to that power level. So it's just, you're going to have the progression of it. The thing is, even if you buy a character boost, if you suck, you suck. And if you have people who work as a team, we'll probably see it later tonight, hopefully. Really looking forward to it. If you get a group of people, even in the small Zephyr mechs, those little 2-liter walkers, they can take out any other vehicles as a team, regardless of the power level. So it's cosmetic, and it has a power scaling based off of a rarity that you have. That's it. That's it. And the higher the rarity that you have, the higher the cooldown is. So say if you have a legendary-esque type of mech that
Whoa! Fuck you.
I forgot to ask.
You had the entire base after.
Is this music copyrighted?
I don't think it is. That's one question I had asked before. So I had asked. I was like, so if you have a legendary type thing and if you suck per se and you die over and over, they're like, you're gonna have a cooldown. You can have the lowest mech, which will have an extremely low cooldown based off the rarity and the power level of that mech. So even if you're like a base level 1 mech, you could go against a hypothetically level 5 mech that's been upgraded and still get destroyed. It takes a lot of strategy and everything else to go and, to take those out. And then the way that the rental system is going to go is, say if, he went invisible. Where's he at? I'm looking for him. Let's go. Oh, I got Frog. Oh, sorry, Frog.
Frog is not getting me.
I was like, I'm invisible. Who's chasing me? So hold on. I'm just trying to, again, so you can basically buy an in-game vehicle or a character.
Things I need to return. Leave me alone.
So you can buy a vehicle or a character that comes with special abilities and what have you.
I like how you.
Hey, Tiberius, we're on the same team.
The mechs that you have that you can buy will have, as you play the game, you're going to be able to build mechs of certain build types. When you buy the NFT, you're buying the build that you want. So you don't have to go through and kind of make multiples, because you're going to have to make multiples. Because say hypothetically, if you have a tier 1 Zephyr, right? That tier 1 Zephyr, you're going to need another tier 1 Zephyr, and you're going to melt those two together.
It also helps to have more than one, because you can hot swap during cooldowns. So like if you have, one that has like a longer cooldown, you can have another one that you can spawn while the other one cools down.
So, but what I'm trying to wrap my head around is like, say if like for example, I don't really have a couple $100 or $100 even to drop on a character, but if I sit and play the game at the free-to-play level, I can do the grinding and find the parts and get all the gear and then actually build those mechs and vehicles. So we're talking about mechs and vehicles, but what about characters? Because a lot of the NFTs I saw they seem to be different character classes.
Currently the NFTs are just infantry right now. So there will be there will be an NFT mint eventually for vehicles, mechs, aircraft, things like that.
Okay. So just talking about what's available now. So it's just infantry. Are you? Is the idea that you'll be able to develop multiple characters, or are those going to be separate to developing multiple mechs and multiple vehicles? And really, what I'm getting to is like the idea is you'll be able to sell these things that you've built, basically, right?
So yes, so like your base level character, your infantryman, right? As you do objectives, kill things and whatnot, your character is going to level up. You can then, what's going to come down, craft another infantry guy, level them up. So you max level, that infantry. You're gonna take those 2 infantrymen, craft it, and increase the rarity of it.
How do you get out of the tank again?
X.
And the thing about that is, so there's going to be a feature added to it where you can rent your NFTs out to people.
Right.
So
Yep.
basically,
so your hard work and gathering that you're doing, you can sell that.
I mean, this is so again. I didn't really play WoW, really, but I understood. People would grind and max out a character and then just sell that account, right? So this is kind of just the Web3 version of that. So that's okay.
Yeah. So say a lot of people are free to play, right? And you have somebody who really enjoys the game and plays it, levels everything out hypothetically. They could then turn around, sell it, and keep making assets. So they're always they're always doing something in the game, but yet they also have the availability because they own that work that they've done. Sell it, get a profit back.
What's the royalty back to the studio?
So for the information that I've asked about is eventually the game you'll be able to sell if you decide to pull your asset off Metalcore. Metalcore, if you have it free to play, you everything's on Metalcore. But if you want to hook up a crypto wallet, they will have a marketplace. Right now it's on OpenSea. It'll eventually be on Polygon. You will be able, because they're already minted, you'll end up having to do a transaction fee on Polygon for the sale for physical currencies.
Right.
So,
but I imagine the Metalcore. What's the studio's name again? I forget. But basically, the studio probably has some royalty for each token sale.
For every transaction. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but right now they don't have that definitive.
Okay.
They don't have those numbers, or at least they haven't shared those numbers just yet.
You can see it on OpenSea. I don't remember what it was when I bought mine. But if you buy your NFT from OpenSea, it shows you what it is. It's a really low percentage, to be quite honest with you. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Oh, the server did get cut down? Okay.
It did, yeah.
Well, I mean, it not that these type of royalties are something that's going to prop up the whole business, but I'm also coming from the dead drop community, Midnight Society, so talking to them has helped me understand where some of this is headed, because I'm not really into microtransactions. I don't buy skins. I don't really buy cosmetics. If I'm going to buy anything, it's maybe going to be maps or something, kind of like when Halo 2 or 3 was coming out, right? That's just kind of where my head's at. Like, I'm just not into microtransactions, but
yes, that's the good thing about it.
I can see how this community and this technology is going to allow for players, and users, right? We create user-generated content and then just sell it, right? So a portion of that could go back to the studio, and then another portion go back to that user that made it. So to me, that would totally flip the whole microtransaction thing on its head.
That's how NFTs work, though, right? So whoever created that NFT typically gets some sort of a royalty coming back to them, even if it's traded. But with this, you also think about the fact that if you're free to play, right, and you're, like Biaka was saying, you grind out to level up your mech, and you decide that mech is an NFT. So you can technically sell that once you grind it out to a certain level. And like, as a free to play person, you are essentially jumping into the NFT market or the crypto market without even having to put a stake into it.
Right.
Other than
I think stuff like that's going to be important to, just like Reddit right now, right? Did you all get your Reddit avatars?
Not yet, no.
No, I have 2 accounts, so I was able to grab 2 at least.
What?
But and that's just because basically if you qualify, it just basically serves you that on your feed. But yeah, I mean, that's just what it's going to take, right? I mean, I think it's funny, you can see people are already opening up to the idea because things like Reddit doing that, right? Making these avatars and stuff. So it's just going to take, when we're just looking at JPEGs, right? It's really hard for people to understand what's going on, but I think it's only a matter of time. So it's pretty cool.
Good. Your
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
going to be
that-
really cool for people who have the ability, say streamers or just somebody who really enjoys the game. You hypothetically don't have to level it to max level. Say if you know you can start pumping out level 2 and 3 assets in game, you can turn around and sell those and actually make a profitable thing while still playing the game. Because there's people who are going to want to buy those higher level mechs and stuff like that, right? Because they don't have the time to grind it out. But being able to grind and play the game, there's no overarching advantage of somebody who buys one of the NFT mechs versus somebody who's sitting here just progressing through the game playing it.
Right.
So that power scale, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's pay to win. Well, no. As you upgrade your mech and stuff like that, you'll get different loadouts because, you know, you're going to get it. But still, as the base level mechs, as you're progressing and stuff like that, you're still going to be able to compete on an even playing field, because this game, when you're thinking of it, there's 4 factions. 50 v50 v50 v50. So that's 200 people on this map going at it. And one of the factions, the Earthers, can play for any other faction. So say if you have Gear Breakers, which is my barony and faction that I'm sworn to, is low on people, say at 2 o'clock in the morning. But there's a bunch of Earthers on. We're like, hey, Earthers, we need your help to take over the Metal Punk space. We'll pay you in-game fab and materials to come and help us out with this battle. They can then join a party up with you and then help you out.
I don't like that mech, Yako.
You don't like this one? Dude, this is the shield buster, man. I love it.
It's good
Which
from a
one are you,
distance.
using?
He's using the glaive, and I've got the mongoose.
The glaive is
Glaive is
nasty, especially against aircraft, though, too. Those lasers are just.
Yeah,
gross.
it's
Great from a distance, but the
well, yeah, but
targeting is
you're,
kind of annoying.
you're the Abrams, man. I'm gonna drop his shields. You're just gonna hit a barrage of rockets and mince meat, man.
True.
Let's go get J Hall. But yeah, so that's what it is.
Where's
So
Jay?
you know, he's over here at Alpha, right there.
Yeah, as I was just, starting to study the space around last year, and people were talking about Axie Infinity. A lot of guys were like, "Oh, it's helping Filipino kids, because they make more money playing Axie than they would doing anything else." I don't know if that's still the case,
I'm leaving one.
or how long
Yeah,
that lasted.
I'm leaving alone.
But
He's a newbie.
it just it concerned me because I love games. I love video games. Love playing them. I'm very fascinated by blockchain and NFT technology, so that's been kind of where I've been looking at things lately. But I'm also just kind of concerned that the people generally running the space I don't think really like video games like I do, or maybe most gamers do. It's more, after a while, just starts to seem like like a, what's the word I'm trying to, it's a facade, like they'll build these systems, somewhat gamified systems over basically just a stock market simulator or something like that. So that's the kind of thing I'm like, okay, because I'm thinking now, okay, just for example with this game, right? So you can basically start an account and start spinning up like low level items, right? These tanks or characters or whatever, and then just start.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see how that's going to scale, basically, and how the game's going to scale. It's fun now. I'm flying around in the tank. I'm kind of getting, understanding how I have to find stuff to loot, to build. So I like how it feels so far, but, will this still be fun to play next year? 6 months.
Let's go get some
or 2 or
Zephyrs.
3 years from now. So.
But the map that we're currently on is a half of a cell.
Yeah, it's
Of an
tiny
actual
size.
cell. This is a small. This is a little piece of that pizza. That pizza that's that the servers are going to be 64 by 64, massive land battles like planet-side size.
Right.
And so there's going to be a lot of content to have. You're going to have people who want to do stealth up, like the little Zephyrs, which I'm going to be pulling out here in a minute. They're really fast, but overall their armor rating is really, really low. So you could get you and a group of your friends, per se, us being streamers, you have a group of like 3 people, right? You can jump in these little mechs and start doing recon missions. You can go out there, you're doing, doing little stealth ops, you're, doing scouting. You're like, okay, I see them, they have over, and they're like, okay, they have this many of this, and this mech. And then a bunch of your other barony, which is your clan that you have, that you'll be allowed 50 people at a time on, which is a lot of people. Allowed, basically, you're like, okay, we need this many pilots. We're gonna do an airstrike. We're gonna have these heavy mechs that we have. There's big giant spider mechs that you can get, and basically start doing military strategy in these giant assets that you've built and progressed and stuff like that. But here's the fun thing about it: with the in-game market system that they're gonna have, the fabrication that you earn by breaking down the materials that you've been grinding. Say you've gotten hypothetically 300 oxygen cores. You don't need them for anything. Transfer that to fab. You could then go on the marketplace, rent somebody else's mech that they have up there for rental for in-game currency, not physical currency or digital currency, in-game. So you could automatically rent that mech for however the specified time is, and then you could go out there and they're like, okay, I need a jet. You can borrow somebody's jet. You're not using your jet. You're using somebody else's jet who's not online. So you could instantly, you're like, okay, we need to change up our little meta on attack ways, easily on the fly.
Yeah, there's a lot of experimentation that still needs to be done, to really see, what is it that players actually want. So I think it's a lot of that's interesting. It's just a matter of just seeing it, in the real world played out.
Yep. Have you ever played PlanetSide?
Yes.
Yeah. So ideally, we're going to be fighting for like giant land, like we would in PlanetSide
Bases
on this,
and
but
stuff.
Yeah, bases.
Right.
There will be strategic points in each zone that we have to take.
Yep. And and the thing is with the land grab, say if you have one team who's overloading another, right? And they collect so many land pieces, and then everybody goes to bed. You could have a small group of friends, 2 o'clock, whatever time zone you're in, get on and start sniping these little bases, basically having, forward respawn points, and then when the rest of your group gets on, surround them.
Yeah.
You're all out there, running around, doing skirmish fights, and and as more and more people come on, those big giant battles,
Yeah, it's kind of funny when I look at the map and the edge of it, the way the edge of it looks, it kind of resembles Supreme Commander. Did y'all ever play that?
No, I haven't played that one.
0K. Supreme Command, it's just an RTS, and 0K is a free-to-play open source RTS. They're very I mean, Supreme Commander came out in like 2000 something, 90 something.
Oh, okay.
And 0K I think is like a fan-made, community-made RTS game. But it's just funny because when you zoom out on all those maps, it just looks like the whole map is on a circuit board. So I thought I don't know if that was intentional or whatever. It just kind of looks similar. But it made me think, like, okay, here's a massive scale game. Is it possible that there's a setup where you have like a commander player role who's looking at the whole map? I think Battlefield tried to do this a couple games ago. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did it. They did it, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have commanders looking at a tablet back at base. Someone who's orchestrating special assets, and that was kind of. There's a couple of people.
Well, it's kind and PlanetSide
like,
kind of has that, but most of the commanders are actually in the game as well. So.
Yeah. So yeah, so like one thing I've asked a couple, and I got to put it in the feedback form is, say if each faction. Could we hypothetically, as a group, build like a capital ship or capital mech that's going to take huge things? So you would have this giant asset that your team has. Say if you're going for a strong point, there's the AI, because the AI has changed twice since last week. So before, like, they were gods. Like, the AI in this is very unforgiving.
Yeah.
So,
definitely pushovers.
So now, yeah. Now they're fairly pushovers because people understand how the AI works. So they're changing AI. So say if you have like this capital ship, you know, ideally, which would be cool, that you'd bring into battle. So now you have, you know, you're gonna battle for this capital ship, but have it walking slow or flying slow or something like that. You know, that's, you know, big skirmishes and stuff like that. It's really kind of hard to see now, but in the, you know, what the foundation of it is would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we have some examples like Eve to look at when it comes to like player economies.
Really, Yaco?
And large, you know, large items, large in-game items. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think this is a fantastic time to be a gamer.
And it is, you know, because like me, like I like doing VR type stuff. You know, some of these mechs in VR, you know.
Are you kind of cutting in and out? Say again.
Oh, I was saying, you know, for me it's like VR. You know, imagine driving some of these mechs in a VR space. You know.
Yeah.
You know, that's my ultimate goal. You know, that
Steel Battalion, man. Did you ever play Steel Battalion?
Oh yeah. So, you know, getting, you know, those intense high.
It's not VR, but
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
It's
still awesome though. Still awesome. You know, and having those possibilities, but it all takes the feedback of the community saying, "Hey, we want this," you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what's cool about Dead Drop. I mean, I'm pretty sure our next Snapshot 3 is going to be coming out like either tomorrow or next week. And it's, you know, what we're coming out of a legacy system where GTA 6, no one hears anything for what, 10, 15 years, or 10 years at least, right? And then like they get one leak, and it's just kind of like that's probably not going to do so well for them because of just how they've set up their whole thing. But I mean, to compare, like, here's a game like Dead Drop, here's a game like Metalcore. These people are just putting their shit out there, you know. So.
Yep. And this has been in development for a year, and it already looks like this.
Yeah, this looks great.
You know,
which is
you know, there's some triple games you get 20 minutes in, or even 5 minutes in, you've disconnected.
Yeah.
You know.
Fuck, even Halo, man. Like, I love Halo, but yeah, man, it's amazing. Like, we're still getting people dropping out of the lobby, like on my own fire team.
People cried when they shut down the Halo 3 servers like 15 years later or something like that. Like,
yeah,
I remember that.
They're amazing. Because they were, you know, once they got their stability up, you know, they were pretty good. But, you know, as long as people, you know, they get educated, because even myself, for like, you know, the Web3 and the crypto and stuff like that, understanding what the vision is going to be for this, it's going to be huge, you know. You know, either we like it or not, you know, crypto as a whole is you know, either you accept it or you don't. It's in one form. It's how someone does it without making it predatory is going to be the huge thing. It's once you start making the making things, you know, pay to win. You know, everything's microtransaction this, microtransaction that. But if you have somebody,
well, I mean, none of that's going to survive, really. I mean, people can try that shit, but it's just not going to survive.
Yep.
I mean, already, you know, just look at just how gamers already see the space. So.
Yeah. So it's going to be
kind of annoying, but I don't blame them. You know, when people are just off on the outside looking in, I mean, how can you?
Critical point captured.
Yep. Yeah. As long as people kind of use the way the developers 369 and Metalcore are using this as it's kind of an entry point into, you know, that Web3 crypto and assets that, you know, you own what you build, you know. It's going to be huge if done right. And from the way they're kind of talking how everything's going to go and progress, you know, it has that possibility to be that entry point of educating people as a whole.
Well, and like you say, right, it's all about that feedback. And so, you know, when I started hearing about NFTs, I was really interested. And then, you know, the environmental concerns
I'm trying to return with shit, guys.
Made it possible. Yeah, well, once I understood the environmental concerns, it just kind of made me take a step back. But you know, I feel like even if a lot of this space is just crap and bad and just bad actors or just greedy people, it to me makes it even more important that even common people should be getting in it and understanding it, because I like some people are talking about like this, it's just a tool, like a camera or a hammer, you know. It's like we have to make it live up to the promises that it's supposed to be. You know, it's not, you know, Metalcore isn't going to be, Metalcore can't do it, Dead Drop can't do it on their own. They're all getting the feedback from us, you know. And what's funny with all this Web3 stuff, right, we're realizing Facebook, Instagram, Google, all of them require our participation in order for them to even exist, you know.
Yep.
So
our feedback is going to change a lot of the stuff.
Well, and not just the feedback, but just this active participation, this active, you know, learning about how this stuff works, and maybe even trying to build our own stuff and get in here, you know, to really have that deep understanding of what's happening here and why. But anyway, I think it's cool as fuck.
So the one big thing for me has always been the education, like you were saying, because I actually have work a full-time job in the cybersecurity and IT space. So understanding crypto and understanding NFTs, and I mean, in a broader sense, how they're used, whether it's publicly in public space or on the dark web or things like that, it's kind of a requirement of my job. And I've been a huge proponent of how Web3 can push the gaming industry to change for the better. The problem is, in the very beginning of all of this, there was a lot of predatory use of NFTs and crypto in that space. So trying to change that narrative is one of the things that, you know, the creators of Metalcore and Studio 369 are trying to implement. And that's one of the things that they not stress to us, but it's one of the things that we kind of as a group of creators take on, is that education process of what is Web3, how are NFTs being used, how is this still safe, how is this still a fun and engaging gaming experience without it feeling like, you know, these companies are just trying to steal from people. And right. I think we're in a really good position here. Like you said, with Dead Drop and with, you know, games like MetaOps and Metalcore, where we can put together a group of people that can kind of push that mindset to a positive side.
It's going to be huge getting the understanding of what just the education of how the system and the eco is going to work, because over the last 2 weeks now I've had to look up so much of what all these, you know, acronyms and you know what a gas fee is. My younger brother, he's big on it. You know Tiberius has also been teaching me a lot of that stuff too, so it's definitely a form of media before, even if you decide to never even put any type of financial action into the game, at least being knowledgeable about it. And you know, there's going to be points in the game where people are going to question things until you get knowledgeable of it, and we're able to share it to the casual gamer who's even never thought of any of this type of stuff before.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, again, I just see this as just the next, it's just the next thing to learn, right? It's about, it's almost just like making a web page now, right? Making a smart contract, or, yeah, at least it's just another body of knowledge to learn and decide if it's something that is like a skill set for you, or for you know, who knows, in the next couple of years probably going to be in high school, ideally, if they got the budget for it or whatever, you know. But I think it's that, you know, that's the tectonic shift that this stuff is at.
Yeah,
and all of it's very intimidating, but But you know, it's funny because like lately there's been this kind of debate around royalties for creators, right? Should artists set up their NFTs so that they get royalties? And for whatever reason, this, you know, for me, when I first heard about NFTs, like that was the draw of it, right? To be able to be an artist, to make something, and to receive those royalties in perpetuity. So, but the point I'm realizing now isn't to depend on marketplaces to like uphold that. The point is that this is open source technology that we can, again, I'm not really a coder developer, but it's getting easier and easier almost every day. There's no code solutions to things. There's just really straightforward setups that you can just connect your wallet and just mint and make NFTs right there. Like, and you own the contracts, like not like OpenSea right now. When you put something up there, you don't own that. You don't own the contracts that govern it, right? You own the NFT or whatever. But so yeah, this is the thing that this space is requiring people to have, that perspective, that right, we have the chance to really make this something that works for us at a very granular level, and not depend on Google or Facebook to kind of, or OpenSea even, to be the ones managing how things are set up. It's an opportunity for us to really get down in the trenches in some ways. I don't have to do it for everything, but just start learning, you know?
Yep, yeah, and then with the availability of us, basically the assets that end up eventually going for sale, there's going to be stuff that the developer is able to put up, like lucrative type things. But having player-made assets, we will control the market as a whole. If there's a large amount of stuff, the overall is going to be lower. If there's not a lot, you know, the value is going to go up. So we'll be able to, you know, practically influence the overall market.
Pretty much.
And, you know, say if somebody who's like a full-time streamer, per se, you know, kind of, because I've asked about this, say you're a full-time streamer, you're playing the game all the time, you could technically make a additional payout over time. If you're playing like more than the average player, you're getting a bunch of stuff, and you can throw assets into the in-game rental system. You could, you know, send it out and trying to, you know, get into the crypto side of it, selling it on Polygon. You could do that. You know, that's an additional income that, because you own that mech that you have built, that you're still you can make it a full-time job streaming and making extra stuff, selling assets through the market. If nobody buys it, no loss. You still have the asset.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's I do kind of, again, just from being, you know, I'm not really totally into this game or where it's gonna go yet. I just kind of get, you know, I've heard about it probably over the past couple months, but I haven't really looked closely yet until now. But my point is that even if it, and this game looks great, you know, I think it's going to be really hard pressed for a player base, for a game to support a player base that's actually trying to like bring in like more than $20 a month, honestly.
Seriously.
You know, I don't, and even honestly, just take a step back from the, hold on, just taking a step back from the NFT side, streaming in itself is not really like a full-time gig, even if you're getting ad revenue. I mean, honestly, most content creation revenue is going to come from like products, books, courses, speaking engagement. You know what I mean? Like there's a wider revenue stream that's honestly outside of content creation for just videos. So I think that's the kind of parts where I rub up against, like, you know, I'm excited for this, but we need a healthy dose of reality where I don't really think any Web3 game is really going to be able to significantly give someone a worthwhile payout without them putting 40, 80, 120 hours a week into it. And even then, is it worth it? So that's kind of where I get into, like, where, you know, the grind of the game is cool, but like there's just going to be a bit of a generational shakeout, I think, of folks realizing, like, I'm sitting here playing. Metalcore's cool, but come on, you going to play it 120 hours, just to make, what, 40, 80 bucks maybe? I don't know the numbers yet, but I can't imagine any game really is going to be able to realistically support that.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to do. Yeah, I was just saying more of like an extra, a little tip.
Yeah, no, but I think that the potential of that is definitely interesting, and it's we're the generation to figure out how far can we push it, right? I just think maybe in the next 2 to 5, maybe 10, 15 years, it's gonna be pretty scarce in that kind of regard.
It could. I don't.
Hey, it's like McDonald's all the way, man. It's McDonald's all the way, Whether you like it or not. Pizza Hut, McDonald's, take your pick.
There it is.
Hi.
Wow.
Do that.
Thank God I was at an empty bag.
Yeah, I would say, just considering that aspect of it, I've played over like 2,000 hours of Apex, and I have $0. I don't even have 40. So like to be able to make 40 by doing a hobby I already do, like cool. I guess that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm not complaining either. I just yeah, I that's. I think I'm
looking at the.
I just hear people who get really excited about play to earn and stuff, and I in a way I was kind of excited for it, but I just don't see any way how it could and again, I'm no economist, I'm not like a big numbers guy. I just the logic of it doesn't really seem to feel like it's something that can work at a large scale, right? I mean, if you have a player base of 100,000 or 20,000, I don't know, right? What's the average player base right now? 20, 30,000.
Yeah,
I
think that like the overall Web3 not led by any one person or entity, but like the overall narrative is probably related to that. Like for example, every YouTube video you see in the search results is like make $300 per day, like playing a game you've never heard of before. And there's like 3,000 different games that you can apparently make $300 per day playing. But like at the end of the day, it's more like you're talking about the potential of it. Like the person who's making the video is talking about the potential of it, but it's not necessarily like everybody who watches this video can then go out and make $300 a day.
Right.
So like people that have skepticism about the entire concept as a whole would point to something like that as an example and say, they would refer to that facade term that I heard earlier, which is logical, but I think that the reality that's underneath that layer of, I guess you could call it like hype and the as a meme term, degenerate nature of the industry. Like I'm a degenerate as well, Web3, whatever. But like that, I think will evolve over time and mature. It's kind of like, any new concept that comes out, there's always like this crazy amount of hype and buzz and speculation, and then it kind of plateaus over time as whatever utility is left over will be the forefront of every conversation moving forward. Like I heard earlier, 5, 10, 15 years, that kind of thing. Like, for example, with free to play, when that concept first came out, it used to be go to GameStop, buy a game, wait in line and camp out with your friends, and then you have the whole game. And then this whole new thing came out called free to play, but actually it was like paywalls and loot crates, and different companies were using this concept in different ways. Gamers didn't like some of the ways they were using it. Like I was super upset about Need for Speed Payback because it was just like weird like that. And
oh god, yes. Oh man.
All the other Need for Speeds were like, give us $30, here's the game, and so like when you have Web3, like I heard earlier, it's used just as a tool, and so each developer can use it in different ways, and there are very, very positive ways to use it that can help enrich a player base to gain value outside the game from playing the game. I don't think that we're going to be buying Lambos and houses with mechs that we're grinding out or anything like that, but I think that it's definitely way cooler than a one-way economy where only the developer makes money and the players make nothing, and the developer wants the players to support the game, play the game, promote the game to your friends, do all this stuff and like get nothing. And
Right.
so that's why I'm really attracted to this concept and this technology merging with this industry of gaming, and I'm very optimistic about it. Not necessarily in terms of buying Lambos, but optimistic in terms of just gamers getting more options, and that's why I like about it.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'd mentioned earlier, just kind of hang around this dead drop thing and realizing the direction that they want to take it. I think what they're going to do is basically just make cosmetic, player-generated cosmetics available on, probably a custom marketplace. So you'll be able to create gun skins or whatever, and then sell that. So yeah, I think
You look at
I think that's pretty cool because again, it's turning the microtransaction thing, flipping it upside down, where the studio gets their cut, maybe 10-15%, but then the person who actually made it, player, probably gets the the lion's share of it. This is pretty cool.
I think the other thing you got to look at too, like we were talking about earlier. So you have look at the game like CS:GO, right? Look at the skins that come out of that and how some of them are still on a marketplace for like $50,000, and people buy them because they're able to trade other skins or sell other skins, right? Those things are in-game assets that people are spending like exorbitant amounts of money for. You have a game, but that you have to have some sort of a way, like you get chests, right, from leveling up, but you have to buy a key from the company or buy a key off of a marketplace in order to open that chest to get that skin.
Right.
In this case, with the Web3 games that are doing it right, what I will say, because yes, I will definitely say there are games out there that are predatory and take advantage. You have the ability to create your own income or just generate by playing a game that you enjoy, and the devs are giving you the tools to be able to create that mech that's very personal to you, or that aircraft or whatever. I am specializing in like aircrafts at the moment because they're just fun, but like you have the tools to grind that out for free and put them on a marketplace and make money if you choose. And if you want, you can go back and make it again by putting more and more time into it. So there are, like, I completely understand your mindset and how you're looking at it, and like you're very well versed in how this is going. So I was just putting that point out there. There are obviously games. I mean, you said you're a huge Halo fan. I grew up playing Halo. I grew up playing Call of Duty. In fact, I'm waiting till the servers go down to play Modern Warfare 2 because I'm an idiot and I continue to buy Call of Duty every year, right? Even though I'm going to play it for 2 weeks. Well, this one I hope not, but I play it for 2 weeks and I'm done. Right. But like even Halo, when the most recent Halo released, people hated it.
They still hate it.
They still hate it. Yes, but people still buy it, right? So, but you're paying money for that game, and isn't the multiplayer's free to play, right?
Yeah, multiplayer.
If I remember right. Yeah.
Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free.
Okay, so but you're paying for a campaign. I play campaigns. I love campaigns. In fact, I pre-ordered Call of Duty so I could play the campaign early to get it over and done with. But I enjoyed the new one. Like cinematically, it's amazing. However, like when you look at these AAA studios that are coming out and saying yes, pay $60 or $70, unfortunately, which is where the market's going now, for a game that's going to take you 7 hours to I think it's like 6.5 hours is what it took me to complete the campaign just on regular, because I just wanted to experience it.
Yeah.
Like, is that $70 worth 6 hours of my time if I don't play the multiplayer? Same with Halo. Is $60 or $70 worth my time to play the Halo campaign? So, when it comes to like games in the Web3 space, a lot of them are free to get involved, essentially. And then you can, with the option of purchasing things to enhance your experience.
Right.
However, you look at a game like Metalcore, not only are you enhancing your experience, but you're also entering a marketplace essentially for free. you know, and you had said something about, you know, is it sustainable to be able to, you know, create that mech and maybe sell it for $40? No, it's not. You're not going to make an income doing that. However, you look at a free-to-play game, you can sell your mech for $40, and that's $40 I didn't have.
Or you can rent it out.
Or you can rent it out, right, for in-game currency, which will help you progress to what you want to build for the next NFT that you want to either sell or rent out.
Yep.
So like the what do you call it? The community, the marketplace in and of itself is like I see it as like the next evolution to how games go. Fortnite, my son has probably dumped thousands of dollars of my money into skins for that game.
Yeah.
Right. And he can't do anything with them other than wear them. You can't wear 1,000 skins playing in a week of Fortnite. I mean, maybe he could, but like there's nothing for it.
Yeah.
You've paid to look pretty, essentially.
There's not even any like benefit to the specific skins. It's just how you look.
Correct. Yeah. So like in my experience,
really all it is.
That's exactly right. I had 2,500 V-Bucks this time. I could buy this skin. But I think that when it comes down to the marketplace and things like that, you're not just getting into a certain gameplay experience. Like, I agree with you. Metalcore in and of itself is for a specific type of player. You know, I grew up playing games like tabletop games like BattleTech. I still play the actual digital version of BattleTech that came out. Mech Warrior, Steelhounds, all of those different games. Even like the flying.
All right, Raven, you have a good night. Sorry you're not enjoying it tonight.
The flying has vague feelings of Battlefield 4 when you're in a helicopter and, you know, things like that. So there is definitely like all of these different games. It's a niche product, but I feel like it's the community and the people that get behind it and help propel it and give the devs the feedback that they need to make the game, you know, worthwhile to its players. That's the big push here. I think that's kind of one of the big things that we're kind of trying to show and at least uncover. And, you know, like I said, the education is a huge thing right now, especially in this space.
I hate to interrupt. Do you guys know if each class has its own carry weight, or is it just a standard carry weight between them all?
It's by level. So as you level up, you're going to get just a little bit more carry weight.
Okay.
Yep.
War
And
Thunders.
not leveling classes. Sorry, it's your account level.
Overall.
Yep.
Account level,
I was gonna say War Thunder's kind of the same way, where you can spend $1,000 to buy like the premium tanks and stuff, but after you surpass that battle rating, it just kind of goes into mothballs.
Right. And that's the thing too. Like, 4 years down the road, I mean, they might continue coming out with different NFTs. People are going to continue building different types of mechs and things like that. But, you know, 4 years down the road, it's essentially going to be a similar game unless they choose to expand the game or add different weapons to vehicles and things like that you can put, or different weapons to infantry. But the overall community is going to kind of push that and progress that in what direction. There's a storyline behind Metalcore. Like, there's actually a story.
I'm sure they're going to expand the story over time and probably bring out new NFTs to match or to go with that story.
Right.
So.
And you mentioned
some of the lore is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a fun read.
And you know, you mentioned Eve earlier. No, go ahead, Jay. You're fine.
Do you guys know how to... Okay, I'm gonna ask an embarrassing question, okay, in public. Do you guys know how to type messages in the game chat? Because I don't know the hotkey.
You just hit enter.
Just hit enter. And then type in enter again. Yep.
Great. Thanks for teaching me about this game in the company that I work
for. You're welcome, Jay.
It's okay, I lost where my tank was for a hot minute.
I'm glad you're finally playing.
Yeah, finally. I'm so busy. It's like, dang, I'm finally playing the game, and my internet took forever to get set up too. But I'm in. Actually, I have to go, everybody, because I have to make some gameplay action clips off microphone. But it was great listening to everybody in here. I really appreciate all of your support. I'll be out there on Twitter for supporting all of you as well.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Do you need some extra bodies down there? I think we have enough mechs that we could bring it down there.
Say again?
I said, do you need some mechs down there for some shots? Have a little battle around you.
Well, actually, a little bit of a sneak peek, eyeball emoji. We're thinking about setting up some custom sessions with creators to like create cinematic action, you know, sequences. Like, okay, you jump over a cliff and then fire rockets, and then you know, let your lasers go, and then get out of your mech, and then get out your sidearm and like kill a mech in one shot, and then we'll like record it. So like that kind of stuff, so that we can get some real, you know, huge, awesome action in there with like perfectly timed explosions that take up the whole screen, you know, things like that.
That sounds like what we were doing a couple nights ago.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, we have
like
videos ready to rock for sure.
Oh, that's
Dogfights and all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. Perfect to hear. Thank you.
We started a new Discord, and we're doing like storyboards and stuff in it. Ideas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see the results of that stuff.
Yeah. We got Rob and Messiah in there as a kind of, you know, hey, take a look at this.
That is gonna be freaking awesome. I can't wait.
No.
All right. Well, again, thank you everybody. I will be around, of course.
All right.
Thanks,
See
Jay.
you later.
Peace. I'm going to take off as well. It was good talking to y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks for jamming with me for a little bit. Nah, man. No, it was a lot of fun. No, that was really cool. All right, y'all. I'm going to take off. Y'all have a good evening, all right? Yo, what's up, Raccoon Hands? You just catching the end of us playing a little bit of Metalcore. Don't feel bad. No, that was somebody else in the chat trying to find their little thing. But yeah, that was Metalcore. It's an NFT game. Apparently, it's free to play right now. You have to sign up for the alpha. I'm not really sure what the technical requirements of it are, but that was it. It's just kind of easy peasy rolling around tanks and guns and all that kind of goodness. But yeah, I thought I was going to jump into some more games. I've been wanting to play some more Space Engineers, but maybe I'll get into that tomorrow. But Sassy Raccoon Hands again, thank you for coming through. You know, sorry we didn't run a whole big operation here, but we're kind of getting back into the swing of things. I still need to pull some upgrades for my computer. I think I need another motherboard because I'm just not quite getting the performance I would like. But yeah, that's just how it goes. So yeah, big hugs, big kisses and smooches to y'all. Hope you're doing good, and let's hang out sometime. Hit me up. Feel free to ping me in Discord or Twitter or whatever. Yeah, it's no big deal. But cool. I appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all super soon, my party people. Excellent. Excelente. Is this even music I can play? Yeah, it's DMCA royalty free. Very nice. Very nice. Bye. Have a fantastic evening.